You're watching Fox 5 live coverage out of Atlanta as our Texas healthcare worker, our Ebola patient, latest Ebola patient, arrives here in Atlanta for treatment at Emory University Hospital. As you can see here, live aerials from Sky Fox 5 out of Fox 5 News in Atlanta. The plane arriving at PDK Airport with what appears to be a caravan of vehicles awaiting. This has been typical when we've had these arrivals in the past of a law enforcement and healthcare workers ready to escort this patient through the streets of Atlanta over to Emory and the Emory campus. In just a few moments, we do expect the patient to be transferred there into the waiting ambulance that you can see on your screen. You're watching live streaming coverage on Fox 5 Live of the arrival of Amber Vinson, 29-year-old Amber Vinson from Dallas, Texas, a healthcare worker, the latest to be diagnosed with the Ebola virus. She's arrived here in Atlanta, Georgia this evening for treatment from Emory University Hospital. In just a moment, we do expect her to be transferred from the plane, which has just landed at PDK, into the waiting ambulance you see there. And then that motorcade of healthcare workers and emergency workers, rather, and law enforcement will help to escort her to the Emory campus. You're watching Fox 5 live coverage out of Atlanta, Georgia, live stream from Skyfox over PDK, where just a few moments ago we did have a jet land here carrying 29-year-old Amber Vinson from Dallas, Texas. She is the healthcare worker, the latest to be diagnosed with Ebola. She has arrived here in Atlanta for treatment at Emory University Hospital. We will be following her journey from the airport this evening on to Emory. These are live aerials from Fox 5 News in Atlanta. You're watching a live stream out of Atlanta, Georgia, where in just a few moments ago we are expecting 29-year-old Amber Vinson to emerge from the jet that you see there on the right side of your screen into that awaiting ambulance as she awaits transport to Emory University Hospital for treatment of the Ebola virus. Vincent was transported from Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital to Dallas Love Field late this afternoon. As you can see, that same protocol is being observed here from the awaiting crew in the ambulance. She was taken from a stretcher and walked onto the plane with help. And this is the plane now that has landed just a few moments ago here at Atlanta from Dallas, Texas. Live aerial coverage from Fox 5, part of Fox 5 News in Atlanta, and you're watching the live stream on our YouTube channel this evening. This is Fox 5 Live. All right, we have someone emerging from the jet now that has been chartered. 29-year-old Amber Vinson, and transport her from Dallas. We believe now that this is Amber stepping off of the aircraft now, being escorted by several healthcare workers there that are wearing hazardous protective suits out of an abundance of caution there. She's now stepping off the plane, not on a stretcher, able to walk on her own devices right now. This is Fox 5 live coverage of the arrival of 29-year-old Amber Vinson to Atlanta from Dallas, Texas. A nurse, a healthcare worker there in Dallas, diagnosed, the latest to be diagnosed, with the Ebola virus. Amber now making her way to an awaiting Grady ambulance to be transported to Emory University Hospital. From Fox 5 News. Some careful steps, some tall steps into the ambulance there, able to lift herself up into this off to the left side of your screen that will help to escort this ambulance. Once Amber is seated safely inside, this ambulance will move through the streets of Atlanta from PDK to the Emory University Medical Campus. In addition to this aerial coverage, we do have several cameras stationed along the route as she makes her journey to Emory. Emory, one of 4 sites specializing in the special containment units that are designed to handle these very delicate Ebola cases. Now, Amber Vinson was transported from Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital to Dallas Love Field Airport late Wednesday afternoon by an ambulance with a crew wearing similar saw there on your screen, those hazmat suits. She was taken from a stretcher. She walked onto the plane with a little bit of help there in Dallas, as you saw just moments ago. A little bit of help, but she was able to walk seemingly just fine from the awaiting jet there on your screen into that ambulance. And we're just waiting now, this ambulance and the motorcade, as they take Amber to Emory for treatment. You're watching Fox 5 Live. And it appears now that the motorcade, the transport motorcade, is just about to leave here from PDK. We're just a moment ago. Amber Vinson, 29 and arrived here in Atlanta. This motorcade will help ensure her safe transport through the streets of Atlanta as she makes her way to Emory. You're watching Fox 5 Live aerial coverage of the arrival of the latest Ebola patient here in Atlanta, Amber Vinson. This is live streaming aerial coverage out of Atlanta, Fox 5 News in Atlanta. Fox 5 Live is the channel you're watching right now on our YouTube channel as we follow 29-year-old Vinson, a healthcare worker from Dallas, Texas, the latest Ebola patient, here to receive some expert treatment at Emory University Hospital. You're watching live coverage of 29-year-old Amber Vinson, the healthcare worker from Dallas, Texas, arriving in Atlanta. You can see the motorcade, the entourage there that is helping to ensure her safe transport through the streets of Atlanta as she makes her way to the Emory University Medical Center campus for treatment for Ebola. Emory, of course, one of 4 hospitals around the nation that are specially designed, that have special design containment units to help treat these delicate situations, these delicate Ebola patients. In just a few moments, Vinson will arrive here. This is a live look over the Emory University campus and the CDC campus as well here in Atlanta. As you can see, a large motorcade helping to ensure Amber's safety as she arrives here in our city for treatment. Carefully guiding the ambulance through every intersection and through all of the major roadways here as she approaches the Emory Briarcliff area and the Emory Medical Center campus. These are live aerial coverage from Sky Fox 5, Fox 5 News out of Atlanta. You're watching Fox 5 Live on YouTube. For continuing coverage of Amber Vinson's arrival and how we got to this point, you can visit our continuing coverage Ebola section on myfoxatlanta.com. This is Fox 5 Live developing news coverage. Thank you for watching Fox 5 Live on YouTube this evening. There you can see an ambulance that just a few moments ago loaded up 29-year-old Amber Vinson from Dallas, Texas, the healthcare worker that is the latest to be diagnosed with the terrible Ebola virus. She's here in Atlanta for treatment from the experts at Emory University. Method of transportation this evening through what are still very busy streets in the Atlanta area. Quite a motorcade that you can see taking place on your screen. But all of this, of course, to ensure her safety as she is taken to Emory this evening for treatment. This is Interstate 85 that you're seeing right now on your screen. Interstate 85 just outside of downtown Atlanta as Amber is there to the Emory campus. Just a few moments ago when the jet landed here in Atlanta, we were able to see Miss Vinson walk off of that jet with a little bit of assistance from fellow workers that were in hazardous suits, of course, taking every precaution that they can during this process as well. But she did walk freely from the jet, was able to walk to the back of the ambulance for treatment this evening. And so she is now inside of the ambulance. You see there on the left-hand side of your screen, making her way down Interstate 85. This is live aerial coverage from Fox 5 Live in Atlanta. To provide a little bit of background here, Amber Vinson was taken from Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital to Dallas Love Field Airport late this afternoon by an ambulance with the crew wearing the hazmat suits that we saw just a few moments ago at the airport here on the ground in the Atlanta area. She was taken from a stretcher. She walked onto the plane there in Dallas with a little bit of help, but she was able to walk to the plane there, and we saw her leave the plane here in Atlanta walking as well. Amber Vinson is the second of two healthcare workers infected while caring for a patient at the Dallas hospital. This is Presbyterian Hospital in Dallas is where Amber is coming to us from. En route, as you can see, with a motorcade to Emory University Hospital in Atlanta. These are live aerials over Interstate 85 in Atlanta. From here, this emergency escort is turning on Briarcliff Road, not far now from the Emory University campus. Also, next door, the CDC campus, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Coverage of the arrival of 29-year-old Amber Vinson to Emory for treatment for the Ebola virus. Just a short time ago, this motorcade State 85 in Atlanta and is now making its way through Briarcliff Road. This is mostly a residential area that they're in right now, soon moving into some stores and businesses around the intersections here. It is this road and one more that will connect Amber Vinson to Emory University Hospital this evening. We're going to take you shortly to a ground view that is at the corner of Clifton and Briarcliff Road, where we expect the motorcade to pass by shortly. This is the last where this medical transport reaches the Emory campus. Again, carrying 29-year-old Amber Vinson, a healthcare worker from Dallas, Texas, the second healthcare worker to now be diagnosed as a patient of Ebola, contracting it from treating a patient there in Dallas, Texas. Amber coming to us to receive treatment at one of the specialized containment units here at Emory Hospital. Emory is one of 4 centers around the country that has specially designed to be able to care for patients, sensitive patients just like Amber. Some uplifting news in this situation. We did see Amber actually walk out of the jet when she landed here in her medical transport jet this evening, and she was able to walk from the plane into the awaiting ambulance and into the motorcade that you're starting to see appear here. This is Briarcliff and Clifton Road near the Emory. In just a few moments we will expect to see her ambulance, the ambulance carrying Amber, to appear on screen. Again, a pretty extensive motorcade helping to ensure her safe transport through the busy streets of Atlanta. A lot of traffic to navigate, not only on Interstate 85, but also these busy side roads that we have here this evening. So a lot of coordination takes place whenever we have one of these sensitive patients arrive here in our community. And there you see the ambulance carrying 29-year-old Amber Vinson now turning onto Clifton Road from Briarcliff Road, part of a very expansive security detail helping to ensure her safety and the public's safety, to alleviate concerns as she's this evening transferred to Emory for treatment. This is live coverage from Fox 5 News in Atlanta. And she is just a few moments away now at this point from reaching the campus, the Emory campus, just not far at all until she reaches her destination here this evening. We'll take you back in the air now. We also have some live aerials to help give a different perspective of the motorcade this evening. Here you can see the ambulance now making its way down Clifton Road. And now we are at the Emory campus. Emory, of course, bordered by the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. This is a live look over the Emory campus. An abundance of awaiting news media there you see to the right of your screen, helping to cover Amber's journey here to Atlanta. Pretty much now on the Emory campus. In just a few moments, this ambulance will make its way off of Clifton Road, which is the road that they're on right now, and actually turn into the medical center campus there. Emory, of course, borders the CDC campus here. Those two combined helping to offer some expert treatment to Vinson in this particular case. The second healthcare worker to be diagnosed with the Ebola virus now arriving in Atlanta. If you're just joining us earlier this evening, we did see Amber actually walk from the jet to her awaiting ambulance where she's inside right now, of course, being taken in for treatment. Was able to walk to the plane in Dallas. Also step off of the plane with just a little bit of guidance from some fellow healthcare workers this evening. A very carefully orchestrated escort this evening from the tarmac near the arrival at Emory University Hospital. Not only for the patient safety, but also for the safety and reassurance of the public. You know, when we're transporting a patient with such sensitive needs in such a sensitive situation. So a lot of steps, a lot of orchestration here by local law enforcement and healthcare workers to ensure the patient and the public safety through this transport that you see taking place on your screen tonight. This is a protocol, this is a procedure that the staff at Emory has already experienced several times in dealing with these Ebola patients. Amber is coming here because of the specially contained unit that they have that specializes in these highly contagious infectious diseases, where she is going to receive the latest in care and certainly the best in care that the Emory medical community has to offer. And this is a pretty quick walk that she will take from the ambulance into this specially designed containment unit. It's a special part where she'll be receiving treatment. Our flight crew from Skyfox 5 here in Atlanta helping to bring you live aerials, live coverage. Here you can see 29-year-old Amber Vinson emerging from the back of the airport through the busy streets of Atlanta. She is on the Emory campus now and will be walking to the specialized containment unit where she will begin her Ebola treatment here in Atlanta. As you can see, the healthcare workers around her also taking every precaution that they can with hazmat suits, hazardous material suits, protective gear, as she walks there on her own. Little help, little assistance there from one of her fellow nurses, fellow healthcare workers, walking into this specialized unit here at Emory. It's a careful walk, no doubt a very nervous walk being taken by the second coming to us from Dallas. And with that, Amber Vinson has completed her travels into Emory University Hospital this evening here in Atlanta. You've been watching live coverage from Sky Fox 5 and the Fox 5 Atlanta news team here on our YouTube channel. We appreciate you joining us this evening for the live coverage, and continue to follow ongoing coverage of this and other Ebola situations on our website at myfoxatlanta.com. This concludes our live streaming coverage. You've been watching Fox 5 Live.